Hello, my name is Clara Barafati and I'm a Blue Book trainee at DG SCIC. I will start my speech now. Ladies and gentlemen, I grew up with a deep passion for music. I started off singing in choirs when I was a child. Then I began playing in orchestras and learning the piano. I then went to university to study classical music, and it was a wonderful experience. When I graduated, however, I realised that musical performance was not the career for me, so I set off on an adventure to find my path in life, which of course is now interpreting. When I was studying interpreting, I started to discover many similarities between music and interpreting, and today I would like to tell you about the three main similarities, in my opinion. Firstly, studying music and interpreting both require a good ear. As a musician, you play your instrument and you have to ensure that the music sounds good to your audience by listening to your output. So, if you are a singer, for example, you need to sing in tune. If you are a pianist, you need to ensure the fluidity and passion of the music comes through. Similarly, as an interpreter, you need to listen to the input and ensure that your output flows well, that your tone of voice is nice to listen to, and that your interpretation is pleasant for your audience. Secondly, both disciplines require practice, and lots of it. During my final year at university, I used to practice for 5 or 6 hours a day. I would start every practice session with an objective. For example, focusing on the rhythm of the piece or trying to convey the emotion. With interpreting, it is very similar. We need to spend many hours practicing, and it is very important to have an aim for each session. For example, you could start a session with the aim of improving your register in the language, or aim to practice with a longer décalage. Thirdly, a key factor in carrying out both activities is performance. When you play a piece of music in a concert, you're giving a show, a real performance. You need to be professional and do your best, regardless of any slip-ups or mistakes. Interpreting is the same. You're giving a performance. Even if you struggle with the speaker's speed, or if you have difficulty remembering all of the information, you still have to give it your all. For music and interpreting, your aim is to convey the information, so the piece of music or the speech, so that the listeners understand. And in both, you cannot let your audience know if you're finding it hard. You have to be professional. For me, these are the three principal similarities between music and interpreting. I know there are many more, however, I don't have time to go into detail. So perhaps if you're an interpreter or an interpreting student and you're looking for a new hobby, music might just be the right option for you. Thank you very much.